This is Jake Pazicki with an ACT Science data interpretation question. Now this question asks us to look at the changes in the weekly average water requirements. So here are the weekly average water requirements for bed 2 in table 1. So it's pretty straightforward. We're looking at table 1. We look at bed 2, so we're just going to be looking for data in this column right here. And we're going to be looking for which one of these statements best describes the changes in the water from week to week. So let's go through process of elimination, each of these answer choices to see which one makes the most sense. So the first one, the weekly average water requirement increased in the first 3 weeks, then decreased in the last 3 weeks. So we can see the weeks here. So going from week 1 to week 2, it stays the same. Then it increases a little bit, increases a little bit, increases significantly, and then increases significantly again. So we can see that that is actually not true because it does not decrease in the last 3 weeks. Answer choice B, the average weekly water requirement decreased in the first 3 weeks, then increased in the last 3 weeks. We see that is also not true. It is always increasing slightly from week to week, or not at all in the very first 2 weeks. And then we're going to look at answer choice C, and it says the weekly average water requirement increased only. So we see that there wasn't an increase from week 1 to week 2, but we're going to leave that on the table because it didn't decrease, and it increased the rest of the way. And our last choice is the weekly average water requirement decreased only, which is definitely not true because it increased the whole way. So if you notice the keyword best here. Best describes the changes. Answer choice C, best describes the changes, even though there's a slight discrepancy in that very first week where it increased, where it didn't increase, it just stayed the same. Then this answer choice C is much better description of what's going on here than any of the other choices, any of the other answer choices. So the answer choice that we are going to choose is C.